What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Ball with MTG. It's breaking news time. This is the first breaking news for Ball with MTG. You already know what I'm saying. Had to break it in, and also had to bring on a guest, one of my good friends. Guys, yeah, today is some dramatic stuff happened today, like within the last couple of 30 minutes. James Harden finally got traded to the Brooklyn Nets, and so I'm gonna break everything down to you. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe on this video. Like I said, I got a guest for you guys. Stay tuned because Ball with MTG starts now. Yeah, so what's up, guys? Like I said, James Harden is going to the Nets. So, and this is first breaking news, so I'm gonna need some help. Give it up for one of my good friends, rapper Lil Onya. What's going on, man?
What's up, man? What's good? How you doing?
Pretty good. What's up with you, man? I know you just saw the news, bro. Like this is.
Yeah, I saw the news. I was so surprised.
Yeah, man. This is something that we've been waiting as fans. I know you're a fan of the game as well. This is something that we've been waiting on basically all season. I can give you a little rundown of what happened. So, James Harden obviously went to the Brooklyn Nets, and that's the biggest thing that happened. And then we have Caris, Dante Exum, sorry if I got this name wrong, Radon Korkot, and 4 first-round picks, including the Cavs 2022 pick. Yeah, this is a 3-team trade with the Cavs as well, from the Bucks to the Rockets. So the Rockets got a massive return for James Harden and Jared Allen and Taurean Prince to the Cavs. But literally 2 seconds later, Caris LeVert goes to the Indiana Pacers for Victor Oladipo. So now Victor Oladipo is on the Houston Rockets and Caris LeVert is on the Indiana Pacers. James Harden is on the Brooklyn Nets, and Jared Allen and Taurean Prince are on the Cleveland Cavaliers. What do you think about everything that just happened?
Man, it's a mouthful, and again, it is something to behold, my friend, because like everybody's been anticipating this whole year, if you're a basketball fan, where is James Harden going to go, man? Where is he going to go? Everybody was saying Philly. Everybody was saying, he might go to Brooklyn. Then they said Brooklyn had no interest. So today really just surprised me. And honestly, I feel like this is a new beginning for James Harden as well. And I also feel like this is his best opportunity for him to get a ring. And going back to another internal issue with the Brooklyn Nets, this might also bring back Kyrie Irving to come back and play, because now instead, he's been having some issues with, showing up to work and showing up. If James Harden comes in there and shows how great he can ball, oh my God, I just love the Nets right now.
For sure. The Nets are heavy title favorites with the addition of James Harden, and then you still keep KD and Kyrie. Essentially, that's what you want to do if you make that trade. That's exactly, and they got the perfect situation. But unfortunately, they did lose Caris LeVert. And I don't think a lot of people know, like, he's honestly, like, when you look down that line of players and talent that they had, he was really like their third or fourth option on any given night. So, but he provided a good close to 18, 19 points a game, 20 point per game scorer, obviously. And you lose a guy in Jared Allen, a double machine, somebody that can come behind DeAndre Jordan. So they did lose some depth, and they gave up four draft picks. Do you think that it was worth it? And do you think that James Harden can deliver a championship within these next couple of years?
I feel like, to answer that question, I feel like the only person who can really say if James Harden is going to win it is Kyrie Irving. Because at the end of the day, KD was here with Kyrie Irving first. If it feels like James Harden being there is going to be a distraction, and if they start catering to James Harden more, if the Nets start to cater to James Harden more than Kyrie Irving might be put to the back burner. That might cause some internal issues in the locker room between KD, Kyrie Irving, and James Harden. You got to remember, these are dominant personalities that you're now about to collide together on one team. So that's just how I feel about that, to be honest. Like,
honestly, we don't want like any emotional or internal issues to happen, especially with the three-headed monster that is now the Brooklyn Nets. Three of the most emotional people that we have in this league on the same team. The situation with Kyrie is, I mean, Brooklyn already has a lot going on right now, and then you implement a guy that I don't think that he's going to bring his problems from Houston to New York, but I feel like that was a situation that, you know, that he really led on, and maybe not necessarily. He handled it the wrong way.
Yeah, he did.
So, and then you have Kyrie, who is in and out of the lineup, only has played 27 total games in his 2 years in Brooklyn. People, Stephen A. just came out today talking about he should retire and things like that. Do you think that the addition of James Harden will help Kyrie and this Brooklyn Nets team, and especially coming with Kevin Durant and everybody? They still have a talented roster. You still got DeAndre Jordan, Joe Harris. I mean, all those guys. Still a competitive roster. And definitely in the East. So, do you think that Kyrie Irving will come around?
Kyrie Irving, I always know this about Kyrie Irving. When Kyrie Irving is ready to play, he will play his fucking heart out. As we already seen with the first couple games that we all love, the first couple of games in the season that most people can't doubt, but they love that great chemistry they had in the beginning. They know KD and Kyrie can do this. You saw how in sync they were when they were playing their games. I mean, let's just let Kyrie Irving be Kyrie Irving. And I understand that that's a lot of hard work for some people, but when he comes back and he's ready to play, now y'all adding James Harden in the mix. Now the big question really is, can James Harden change the way he plays? Because the dribble that he's used to may not really fly. And him being now, I was going
to ask you, how does he fit into their offense? What role does he play? Is he a second? Because obviously KD is the first option.
Yeah, KD is.
And but you have like two other guys that deserve to be that second. You have James Harden and Kyrie Irving that both deserve to be that second option. Even though both players haven't showed it within this past year. We seen James Harden, his last few games haven't been up to James Harden's standards. And then we see Kyrie Irving coming in and out of the lineup when he wanted to, with this COVID going on, all this stuff going on. But where do you see him fitting into this Brooklyn offense
now? The sad part is it may go like the way they think. It may be KD number one, it may be Kyrie Irving number two, and James Harden number three. But that number two and number three is going to be a fighting spot between James Harden and Kyrie. But I feel like the Brooklyn Nets are going to cater to the person who shows up to the games and shows up and plays. Now, if Kyrie Irving can't really get his stuff together, you know, if he can't get his stuff together with a meaningful time, I bet you they're going to revert to James Harden being the second one. You know, James Harden, he's proven he could be number one, like early. But if he he'd be number two. And, you know, Kyrie Irving may have to be that third one because he's not played enough. He just needs to get back out there and play. That's just the thing for me that's going to really ultimately save where he stands in this league. So,
yeah, I do hope that I do hope that the Brooklyn Nets figure out a formula to make all, because that's a lot of firepower that they have. They have a three-headed monster legitimately, and this is one of the most dangerous three-headed monsters we've ever seen, especially on the offensive end. Offensively, they can do anything. They can do anything, flat out anything. Score, like anything, score on any level. Like it's going to be amazing to see what they can do. I do predict them as constructed. I do expect them to make a little bit more a little bit more personnel changes, especially to help that depth now that you don't have a Caris LeVert and a Jared Allen and things of that nature. But no, I still expect them to make a deep playoff run, and with this move, a lot of people might have these guys in the finals now, easily. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I just hope the best for James Harden. Glad he's out of that situation that he didn't want to be with in Houston. And now that we bring up Houston received the most out of this. Obviously, they were the ones that didn't want to trade away James Harden. They gave a lot for James Harden over these past 5-6 years. They gave him any coach change. They gave him the right coach, gave him all the players that he needed, gave him essentially everything. They essentially treated him as a superstar should be treated. But now he didn't like that direction they were going in, and now he wants to leave. But now that the Houston Rockets are getting Victor Oladipo, Dante Exum, and 4 first-round draft picks, what do you expect from the Houston Rockets now that they are removed from James Harden?
The Houston Rockets, I expect them to be a contender, but nothing more than a contender. Yes, I know Victor Oladipo, he's shown great all-star potential. He's been in a couple all-star games. I know that. I also know that John Wall, he's coming off of injuries. He's looking pretty nice these days. DeMarcus Cousins, they can make a lot of noise. But y'all haven't played together yet. It all essentially comes back to if they can play together and if their, personalities can mesh. Because I also think DeMarcus Cousins might be a little bit of a problem in the locker room. Not saying that, James Harden didn't have his, issues with DeMarcus Cousins, but I feel like if DeMarcus Cousins have problems anymore with anybody who's coming in that's new, or if anybody ain't really feeling, it may be a little bit of an issue. I'm not going to say it's all on DeMarcus, but I'm also going to say, however these personalities are going to mesh. Because I know Victor Oladipo, it doesn't seem like he plays well with great upper echelon talent. Because I've seen him when he played on the Thunder. And when he moved from the Thunder to the Pacers, it seems like when he was by himself and he finally got his role, he can actually do something, you know what I'm saying? But what I'm thinking about is just basically the chemistry for these people. Like, how's the chemistry going to work out? So
now, I want to go back to Victor Oladipo back to his time in OKC. I felt like he just wasn't ready yet. But once he got to Indiana and had the right complementary pieces, not saying that he didn't have it in Oklahoma City, but once he got the right complementary pieces around him, he was able to do something special, especially with a TJ Warren, bonus, Malcolm Brogdon, all proven players in this league that really had to get out of the mud. I'm excited to see what he can do with this Houston Rockets team, implement him in with the Christian Woods of the world, the John Walls of the world, the DeMarcus Cousins of the world, and essentially see what he can do.
Thanks.
Yeah, this trade has really shook the world, really. I wasn't expecting this today because of James Harden's comments last night. He just flat out just told I'm not feeling it here no more. As he's continuously said. But I got a question for you. Who is the biggest winner of this trade and who is the biggest loser?
The biggest winner of the trade.
Because, we got Indiana Pacers, we got the Houston Rockets, we got the Cleveland Cavaliers, and the Brooklyn Nets now that have been a part of this James Harden trade.
I'd say the biggest winners of this trade is also the biggest losers of the trade. Because I believe the biggest winners of the trade is the Brooklyn Nets. Because they got the ultimate talent you could have had, really gotten, They got James Harden, congrats. That's something nobody thought anybody could really pull off this year or this season. Exactly. Better yet. So, and then I also think the biggest losers of the trade was the Brooklyn Nets because you gave up Jared Allen, and I love Jared Allen. Even though I felt like him and DeAndre Jordan should have been sharing the starting time, because I feel like there's some spots that Jared Allen just, I think, excels a little bit better than DeAndre Jordan. I know he's a little bit older, but it's not his fault. But I just feel like younger legs would have done a little bit better in some certain situations for them, and in certain defensive.
Jared Allen is always improving. I would have wanted to have Jared Allen on my team, especially competing.
Yeah, and then obviously Caris LeVert, man, he took him all the way by himself. He took this Brooklyn Nets team, him, Spencer Dinwiddie. They created that core. Caris LeVert was that glue that kept everybody together.
That's one person.
He was that extra little bit of hope.
Straight away. Mainly, probably because he probably wasn't worth much since he's injured right now. But Spencer Dinwiddie, once he comes back, then we probably can have serious conversation of what that team could do. Especially now that they would have some definite offense coming off the bench, some surefire hires coming off the bench, because Spencer Dinwiddie is another 20-point per game scorer that we have to appreciate in this league. So I'm just overall excited. But no, I agree with you. The biggest winner and loser is the Brooklyn Nets. Just debating on what type of James Harden you get, what kind of role is he going to accept. It's a lot of different things that go into a trade like this. Obviously, who knows 5 years down the line. Obviously, we want hopefully that the Nets would have won this trade 5 years down the line. But if they don't win, then it's a big loss for them. Because they.
Hey, and by the way, the Nets are eating this year. I'm sorry, the Nets have been really eating this year. They've been the silent little goat in the corner that just slowly creeping up on everybody. But I like the way the Nets are headed right now.
When everybody healthy, the Nets are definitely a solid team. The Nets are a championship team with everybody healthy. They just got to get some more reps in. So that Kyrie is going to have to participate in some more games. That means James Harden is going to want, and I'm pretty sure that James Harden is going to want to be here now. This was his number one place to be. So yeah, he's back. Especially he's back with KD, somebody that 10 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
So both have matured. Both are way better players than they were back then. Hopefully they can come out and
they both led their own franchise.
Really, they can go both and murder the league, and then have Kyrie Irving as your point guard. I mean, I don't know if you can ask for something better. So I'm just excited to see what they can do, see if they can compete against these Lakers, because that's my squad. But all jokes aside, I'm firmly excited for this Brooklyn Nets. I'm happy for James Harden. This is a players' league, obviously, so better than most professional leagues. The players are going to get what they want, and time again, they always do. So
they do.
Yeah, so I'm just excited. But nah, man, I appreciate you hopping on. This was a breaking.
Thank you for having me, bro.
Facts. Hey, to tell them we working on this mixtape, bro.
Working on this mixtape for y'all.
Too much detail, but goddamn, yeah, we working on this mixtape. We gonna have to hop on a full episode together. But I just had to get you on for this breaking news, because this was crazy. And to go along with Trump just got impeached too for the second time. So it's been like a crazy 30 minutes. Yeah. This has been like a crazy 30 minutes, bro. So yeah, I appreciate you asking.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. To tell the people where they can follow you on.
Hey, you can follow me on Instagram at Lil_Onya. You can follow me on SoundCloud at Lil_Onya. You can follow me on all platforms, Lil Onya. That's LILONYA. Yeah.
Bad. And I have a link for you as well, so the fans will know where to go. But I appreciate you again, man. And for the fans, make sure you like, comment, subscribe to this video. If you like breaking news like this video so I can push out more content for you guys. Yeah, that's it. MalcolmTG over. Peace.